the Oscar nomination, the 2016 Oscar nominees have been announced, and there's a lot of controversy going on. And just as a disclaimer, before we discuss this, I just want to say that I'm not racist.
Oh, geez, that's what racist people say.
No, but I'm not a racist. You know
Uh,
that.
uh
I'm like a liberal.
huh.
I'm voting
Yeah,
for.
you're like to a fault. Yeah.
Don't even to a fault. Fuck you.
No, you love. I don't know. Love Bernie.
Yeah,
You love Bernie.
you love Bernie too.
Bernie's alright.
Bernie's the man. But anyway, I'm a liberal. I'm all for like Black Lives Mattering and I,
Black Lives Mattering.
yeah, yeah.
All
I'm
right,
all,
let's just get to the fucking.
no. I just want to say that I'm not a racist, but I don't understand why the race card always has to be pulled in every situation known to man.
Hi, today is Martin Luther King's birthday, and I can't help but ask the question, is it time that people of color recognize how much power, influence that we have amassed, that we no longer need to ask to be invited anywhere? I ask the question, have we now come to a new time and place where we recognize that we can no longer beg for the love, acknowledgement, or respect of any group? Then maybe it's time that we recognize that if we love and respect and acknowledge ourselves in the way in which we are asking others to do, that is the place of true power.
I mean, they are underrepresented, I
Like,
would say, but
I,
it like if you I did like a Google search, right, to see what percentage of the population is black.
it's like 12% or
It's like
16% or something like
no,
that.
it's 13 point something supposedly, and that number is actually accurately represented within the industry of Hollywood. I think it's like it's close to that, maybe a little deviation.
Yeah, I know it's
Uh,
a sensitive
But if,
topic to talk about.
but if you like line up the black movies or the movies that involve black people, I would say like Creed was definitely because I think Sylvester Stallone got nominated,
I don't know if he did.
right?
We'll
I
check
don't
that
know
in
if
a
he
little
did.
bit, but
Anyway, but if you just line up black movies like you line up like Concussion and Creed and what else? What else was there?
that's it.
I think that's it. That's all I can think of.
That's
Anyway,
really it.
but I didn't do any research, but that's all I can think of.
Or was Samuel L. Jackson not nominated for
Concussion, I
Joker?
didn't see. I can't speak to that. Creed was really good. I can see Ryan Coogler getting nominated for that for director because he did like a really excellent job with that. But I don't know. I actually don't even know what the nominees are for Best Picture, but I don't know how it stacks up.
Well, we'll go over the nominees, but I did a little bit, and like I was saying,
But yeah, just to me, like if you're, it's on merit. Like it should be on merit. I mean, obviously there's like a shitload of white people in the Academy, so
yeah.
they definitely empathize less with typically or movies that speak to black people definitely don't speak as much to a white audience,
Well,
obviously, because they can't relate to the experience. But
yeah.
I just don't know if there's any.
Oh, we forgot about the
I
other.
just feel like at this point, if you just want to include black movies just to include them, I feel like you're gonna it compromises the like the Academy Awards are already almost bullshit to me.
Yeah, no,
Like
it's the
because it's
dumb
kind of
award show.
arbitrary what
Right.
wins and what doesn't.
It's all subjective.
It's kind of subjective. I mean, there's certain movies that like collectively as a culture we can agree are like great
Well,
and like
yeah.
important,
Well,
speak on important topics. Like 12 Years a Slave, let's say. I can see how that movie would win an Academy Award
it
because
was also an amazing movie, though.
right, it's really well done, but also
Regardless of the subject matter, it was
speaks
still
to
good.
a certain subject matter and like does it really well.
Yeah. Well,
But
we forgot about Straight Outta Compton. That.
oh, that did get I got nominated for something. I remember hearing, but the white guy who did it got nominated. It was like the screenwriter.
But the white guy. No,
Yeah.
but like I was saying, so like my little disclaimer thing, like it's a sensitive topic to talk about, but I feel like that like no matter what the situation, there's always gonna be somebody who's just like, oh, that's racist. That's fucking racist. But it's like really not. It might be. I mean, the Oscars might be racist for all I know. I don't know. But I mean, you have fucking Spike Lee who's coming out and saying like all kinds of shit. So he's
I
just.
mean, that people like Spike Lee and Will Smith have other agendas
It's not
because
even Will Smith. It's his wife. I think she's just
right,
butthurt
yeah,
that he didn't get nominated.
right. That's what I'm saying. Like those, like Spike Lee's. probably a little miffed that Chirac didn't get any love because he feels like it's an important political statement, and that. But I didn't see it. I don't know if it's a good movie. It could be a
Which
shitty
movie?
movie. It's Chirac.
What I don't even know what that is.
It's Spike Lee's new movie.
Oh.
It's like a take talks about Chicago and
See, the
like
thing
how.
is, like, fuck Spike Lee. He hasn't made a good movie in like years, really. Well, actually, no. His last movie was good. What was the last
What was his last movie?
Hang on, I'll tell you in a second.
The Old Boy remake.
Well, that was his last movie. That was not bad, but
that was a piece of shit, dude. Let's be honest.
let's see. Miracle of Saint Anna. I could think of off the top of my head. That movie sucked balls.
Yeah. Oh, his last one was The Sweet Blood of Jesus, I think.
I
I didn't see that either.
I don't.
Even though I paid for the Kickstarter, but never got a copy of the movie.
I'm simply asking the question. Here's what I believe. The Academy has the right to acknowledge whomever they choose, to invite whomever they choose. And now I think that it's our responsibility now to make the change. Maybe it is time that we pull back our resources and we put them back into our communities, into our programs, and we make programs for ourselves that acknowledge us in ways that we see fit, that are just as good as the so-called mainstream ones.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was his last movie. And like Inside Man, like going back is like
Inside Man's a great movie. I mean, dude, undoubtedly he's done a lot of great movies.
No, I know that, but I'm saying like you have two people who are like
They have ulterior motives, like, or like they're biased because they actually made movies that didn't get appreciated
Right.
by
So-
people, and whether it's because they're shitty or because they're white, because they're black, I don't know. But I don't think those. I don't know about Chirac. I haven't seen it. I don't know about Concussion. I haven't seen it, but I just feel like if those were actually like undoubtedly good movies,
yeah.
they would get nominated because you're gonna diminish the quality if you're just including things just to include them.
Well,
Because
that's
it's like the example I give is like the NBA. Like if all the white guys in the NBA were just like, yo, this is not, we're underrepresented here. Let's make our own league. Who the fuck is gonna watch white NBA?
exactly.
It's just
So-
gonna be a shitty. It's gonna be like WNBA. It's gonna be like
Right.
a shittier version of the NBA.
Like that's
But
the thing.
nobody's gonna
Like
watch that.
I don't play for the Knicks, but like you know, if I like them, I would go to the game. You know, it's not. I don't know. I don't think that there's a committee of like old white dudes like sitting in like the academy like.
Well, I mean, undoubtedly
like,
there's a
fuck this black movie.
I mean, dude, undoubtedly there's a shitload of white people in the academy, and
course
that's
there is.
part of the reason why black people don't get involved. But you can't just start throwing black people in there. I just feel like they have to. There's
Well,
like got to be like some foundation.
They said last year
to
that
give it merit. Like,
the academy apparently got flack last year too for this similar, not as big scale.
well, what's a
of
black
this.
movie that came out? Like, if Tyler Perry's movies start making it into fucking
Yeah, if they're good
Academy
movies,
Awards,
yeah.
I'm gonna lose my mind because
Well,
those
right.
movies suck balls.
Well, no, here so
I'd also love to see the ratio of black people that actually attend, like theater attendance for black people,
oh, I don't
as
know.
opposed to white people. I have a feeling it's a lot less.
I did a little reading, and apparently since like I don't know, going back a long time, since like since the beginning of the Oscars, maybe that like 80 black actors have been nominated for best actor, or something like that.
Yeah, it's probably like the same 5.
Which on like the grand scheme of things isn't a lot, but like maybe they're just not.
80? I don't think it's 80, dude. I could see maybe half that.
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. You could look it up, but
Yeah, I'm looking right now.
it's just like maybe they're just not good movies. That could just be the case, you know, or they're not being good in those movies that they're in, or the Academy
44 Africans have been nominated
Alright,
for
there you go.
acting, and 12 Africans have won. So African Americans.
since the start of the Oscars.
Yeah.
All right, so that's like not a lot, but like
Yeah.
again, maybe they're just not that good
Mhm.
in those particular movies that come out that year. Like nobody's talking about 2 years ago how 12 Years a Slave fucking dominated the Oscars. The guy won Best Actor. The chick won Best Actress or Supporting
Mhm.
Actress, whatever it was. The guy won Best
Steve
Director.
McQueen. Yeah, yeah. It's a-
Movie won Best Picture. So
A brilliant movie. Yeah, it was great.
right. So nobody's talking about that. But now all of a sudden Jada Pinkett Smith's coming out with her fucking video about how like you know we need to.
I just don't think separation is like, I just don't think it's a reasonable response.
No, but the funny thing is that they're talking about how like they want to have like more representation in the Oscars. They don't want to be separated and all this other stuff.
I agree with the sentiment. Like, cool.
I agree with it too. So why don't you get rid of BET and why don't
But-
you get
but-
rid of the
but
fucking BAFTA awards
I
and all
forget.
that other
I
shit?
forget what Wayans it was that said like we just need more jobs. Like, there just needs to be more film jobs for black
Mhm.
people. Because obviously, if you have more input, or if there's more people involved, then you're more likely to get nominated.
here's what I do know. Begging for acknowledgement or even asking diminishes dignity and diminishes power. And we are a dignified people, and we are powerful, and let's not forget it. So, let's let the Academy do them with all grace and love, and let's do us differently. I got nothing but love. Hey, Chris, I will not be at the Academy Awards, and I won't be watching, but I can't think of a better man to do the job at hand this year than you, my friend. Good luck. And to the rest of you, nothing but love, always.
With the sentiment, I can agree. Like, cool.
I could agree too if it really exists, but nobody knows if it's even an issue or if it's a thing.
I just don't think it's vindictive racism. I think it's like a structural thing.
Yeah, and the other thing that pisses me off too is you got so much shit going on. Like, I'm not trying to get political or anything like that, but you got so much shit going on like in the world.
Yeah, I mean, there's like a shitty wave now of political correctness.
There's like so many social issues that you could focus on, but you're worried about your fucking stupid little gold award that really no self-respecting actor, I'm sure, really gives a shit about.
I'm sure a lot of people care about it, but
I don't know about that, dude. You
yeah,
think-
I mean, you're just getting recognized for your hard work, and like it's kind of a vanity thing, but it's also something of merit. Like I feel like like Leonardo DiCaprio, people are talking about him now. I feel like at a certain point,
yeah.
you just don't care anymore because how many, he's done so many brilliant movies.
But
At
also,
this
if he
point,
did
I think-
one, I don't think he would give a shit because he knows he's a good actor and he gets like joy out of like making films. Like you think Michael Fassbender gives a fuck if he gets nominated? Like I don't think he cares.
I mean, he appreciates it, I'm sure, but I don't think that's not. I mean, I don't think it's a reason that he works.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
They don't. This is not something that they.
but
strive
I
for.
can't speak to what Michael Fassbender enjoys or whatever. And I'm fucking met the guy.
So let's go. What's gonna happen when like they get more African American members of the Academy, and then like quote unquote black movies still don't get nominated. So then is it still racist? Like I don't know. Like you can't just nominate like like. From what she was saying in her video, the way I took it is she's just like, oh, we should just nominate them because they're black movies. Like, well, that's not fair.
Yeah, well, that's my problem.
There's no merit. There's no merit to fucking give you a nomination or give you a win. So
it's just a dangerous road to go down because no one's gonna watch it if it's a bunch of shitty movies.
Exactly. It's just gonna be like, oh, this movie won just because it's like, oh, that.
Like Carol didn't get nominated. I think that should have been nominated for Best Picture.
Right. There's a lot of movies that didn't get nominated. So, and then the other
Ex
movie.
Machina didn't get nominated.
Oh wow, really? I totally forgot that movie came out this year. That movie was great.
It's brilliant. It's my favorite movie of last year.
So the other movie that a lot of people are talking about getting snubbed was Beast of No Nation.
Oh,
And-
see, that is a
and
movie that
and
I could
Idris-
see.
And Idris
Yeah.
Elba getting
Yeah,
snubbed.
I could see that.
And
I
the
could see
kid.
that.
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
Now-
it's because Netflix made it.
Well, from what I understood, and I remember
Because
when
it
the
didn't
movie
get a
came out,
theatrical release.
it didn't get a theatrical
Well,
release.
it did actually get a theatrical release, but it was just a super limited run, just so it would be considered for Oscars.
Well, that was what they wanted to do, but a bunch of movie theaters
Refused to.
boycotted the movie. They refused
Yeah.
to release it. It only had one theater release, and that was at the premiere at that theater in LA that every movie.
Yeah, I
premieres
feel
at.
like the movie industry is definitely bucking really hard against Netflix. They don't like that.
Well, because if that movie is now nominated for an award, because it's the
So,
movie,
so it's a dangerous precedent.
it's the movie theaters that are obviously doing it. They're probably
I mean, it's all tied together. All the studios since the dawn of time
Yeah.
that movies have been made, those have all been tied together business wise.
if fucking movies that good come out on Netflix, I'm never gonna go to the fuck. I mean, I like going to the movies. I like the. I like going to the movies myself.
Yeah,
but,
I'll always go to the movies.
but I'm not gonna go fucking like a movie like that. I probably wouldn't go see in theaters. I'll go see like the big budget movies like Star Wars or fucking Avengers or shit like that. Like the movie like that, I'd rather watch in the comfort of my own home anyway. Most of the time,
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't really know if that movie was actually eligible or not. I don't think it was because it didn't have a theatrical release
I believe it was. It probably just got snubbed.
to be considered. But I mean, that movie getting snubbed, if it was eligible, is more political than anything else. You can't call that a racist thing. It's not because it was a black movie or had black actors in it. It was because theaters obviously greased the fucking Academy and like, hey, don't fucking, don't nominate this movie. Don't give it any recognition because it's not in theaters. So